morning. I swear a lot.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So at the end of the last episode there were some problems in the fact that the end of the last episode didn't make it online. For some reason I don't understand why my video editing software didn't render the entire video, but it didn't. And by the time I realized the problem, I had deleted that footage because I was like, hey yo, that video is done and I need space on my computer, so I'm good to go. So unfortunately, the last half hour of the last video just doesn't exist and never will, I suppose, which is frustrating. I'm trying to rack my brains right now thinking of what I did because it's been a while. But we finished talking to the die maker, we reported to the bookstore lady, and got experience for doing that, and she seemed happy. I lied to her and said that I had banished the evil because I am a paranormal, paraactive, para-detective, all that stuff. There was nothing more to do with the bear. I got a letter out of it, stating that there's a data slate thingy in the ice cream making machine, and I turned off the ice cream making machine so that the ice would thaw and it would be easier to open, but either that will become easier after a certain period of time in which the ice has been able to thaw, or I do need to get some kind of super pry bar to open it. And neither of those things are applicable right now. I went back up to the thingy, where my cloak is, to attempt the jump. I failed. I put another point into savoir-faire. I tried again, and I failed. And I was kind of left wondering what the fuck I was supposed to do because I feared I was running out of things. But it occurs to me that we've never really gone down properly. I always assumed that where our good friend, the salesman, the expert salesman is, I kind of figured that was like as far down as we could go, but in retrospect, I don't think that's the case. I actually don't. So we're gonna go have a look down there, and hopefully there are ways to make money and or experience, because, if I don't get 20 bucks, I can't sleep anywhere for the night. And that sucks. Immediately, this is looking promising. Sewer gate, great, a gateway to the river of filth, lovely. That's what I want. What's going on down here? A helpline to the company that controls the drawbridge. Maybe we should call them. There's trash over here. I love trash. I do love trash. It's worth so much money. And this is why you should be a hobo. More trash? Ooh, fingerless gloves. Everyone was wearing fingerless gloves. I love fingerless gloves. I used to wear them all the time when I was younger. I like them in games as well. Very good. Although I prefer the fingerless gloves, so I'm gonna wear them. There appear to be multiple things down here to have a look at. We'll wait a moment before going in there. And look around here first. Tear. I love Tear. What is this place anyway? Roy's Pawn Shop, fast cash for faster times. I desperately need cash, that sounds perfect. Get some Nosafed. Get that health back up, you'll love to see it. We need to do something about our morale as well, but really, getting a room should probably be our priority. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15 AM, which is tomorrow, I believe. So that's good. This sign has seen better times. Butter sign down.
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What is Samaran butter?
Whatever it is, the boy on the billboard seems very happy about it.
I bet he loves it.
Goat milk butter. The Samaran terrain makes it easier to raise goats than cows, and the local goat farmers produce high-quality meat and dairy staples that add variety to other nations' diets.
I've never been a fan of goat milk stuff, like goat cheese and all that, but that comes down to personal taste rather than a representation of its quality.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, let's see if we can figure out what happened here.
Just some tasteless advertising at the bottom of a canal. No use rubbernecking now.
Well, there's nothing more to see here then. Good. God forbid I got some kind of experience for doing that or something. So in order to get another point in savoir-faire, I need 21 more XP, so I need these people to help me. Can we talk to Kim about the pissing contest yet?
Yes. What do you want to know?
Yeah, now that we've inspected the scene, I want to know more about the pissing competition.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity.
But what kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. and now it's come to its natural conclusion.
So this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words.
Ah, no one wants to actually police the place. You know what? Having been here for like a day, I get that.
I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite a brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that.
Brouhaha.
Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
Which makes you perfect for the job.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness.
So you volunteered to spoil it.
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoilsport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. So what's so special about Martinez, other than being a shithole?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
Makes sense. What does this say about me that I was sent here? He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. I was sent to teach you a lesson in style. There can only be one conclusion: I'm the finest we have, a hero cop sent to outperform you in every imaginable way. I must be an augury, an apocalyptic omen sent by my people. Can you guess my message? Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities. I probably have an unbelievable kill count. I'm gonna leave why I was sent unspecified. I think I can suspect why they sent me, and it's not good, but we'll get there, we'll get there. Don't be scared, but I think I might have supernatural abilities.
He opens one hand and looks at it. A moment passes.
Which school do you subscribe to? Mambo or Jumbo?
Wait, which one is the one where you hear your Thai talk to you?
Mental illness.
Because I have that.
So, the 41st Precinct sent you because you are the most mentally ill out of all the officers at your station?
Probably. I don't remember any of the other officers.
Of course.
Sounds like he just answered his question, yeah. Okay, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
So why did they send me? Sorry, cop, Sylvie, suicide jokes, this is a white check, you may retry it. Yeah, I can guess why. I still need to convince him that there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case, but that's not a priority.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
No, that makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
This feels like something we need to look into, so I need to get over that fucking railing first, so points go into savoir-faire until we make that happen, but... yeah, no, we need to figure that out too. Can't believe no one's coming to fix this till Wednesday. That's tomorrow, my guy. It's fine.
G'day to you, officers.
Good eye!
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
I used to love salami.
His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
I see.
His posture is relaxed. Despite his powerful build and a knife in his hand, this man resorts to physical intimidation only infrequently, if at all.
So a cool guy, basically. First things first, what are you doing here, man on the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
What a hero.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
Not the salami!
Very good stuff. Anything I can do for you, officer?
The man on the waterlock picks the skin off a slice of salami and takes a sizable bite. Do you know what caused the wreckage?
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershoal.
I'm sure I was one of them.
The words daredevil driver sound ominous to you.
I probably did it, didn't I? Let's be real.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a water lock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then.
How convenient. Do you know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it.
He thinks for a moment. It sounds like Fallout 1 down there, to be honest.
Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
It really sounds like Fallout 1 down there. Can I have some salami? I'm hungry.
Sure thing.
He cuts off a slice of salami.
Want some too, officer?
He turns to the lieutenant.
Why not?
What a cool guy. See you later.
Going upstairs, so I'll see you later.
What's this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque.
Uh-huh.
This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Yeah, well...
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then...
catastrophe.
nothing happens.
Push it harder!
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation.
I've done everything I can do. The lieutenant hums to himself while staring at your activities. Release the lever.
A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way.
I see. I have a new task.
Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
I suppose so. I guess we'll try it again Wednesday morning. Can I look at this now that we've got more information? Yeah.
Reading.
It was my fault, wasn't it?
Just some.
We'll never know. I hate it when I lose a check that's above 50%, but it is fair because I've succeeded at checks below 30% before, so, or at least I'm pretty sure I have. I can't remember right now. Let's go in the pawn shop. Yeah, this is a pawn shop. It's PAWN, not PORN. Some kind of machine, antique cash register. Does it still have money in it? Do with the money. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says day. Or D. In the dark, a film projector is wearing away. What's over here? I see a coat. I'd like that coat. That's a nice looking coat. Mostly military wear with a few more eccentric fashions thrown in. Well, let's start with this.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
You just have a street light?
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently.
Persistently.
This would make quite a statement in your living room.
It would be quite a statement. Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
You look like if someone tries to draw Little V, who is a cover artist on YouTube, if they, like, sort of understood what he looked like, but didn't quite get why he looks like a person. And also the aspects of, you know, of someone's face that makes them look good. Like the most unflattering picture of someone of all time. Little V's a handsome guy. It doesn't look like him in that respect. It looks like an extremely unflattering to the point of being slightly inaccurate copy of that guy's face. That's weird. Little V's a cool guy. If you like metal covers, you should check him out.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
I appreciate such forthcomingness. Where'd you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
Oh, yes.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
He leans in so the pawnbroker doesn't hear him.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
He pauses, studying the light. Well, yeah, he's converted it. That's really cool. How much for it?
700 real. A bargain, I dare say.
700 real? I can't imagine it. Imagine it wasn't easy sawing off that street lamp.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
That's fair. What would happen if I bought it? Would Kim just step in and say, no, you can't? Like, how would I carry it? We're already stretching the limits of, like, hammer space with my inventory as it is. Well, I'm just gonna carry a street light around as well? I don't see it working. This game is too crazy.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Toy soldiers. When I was a kid, I really liked collecting clone troopers from Star Wars because I really liked the clone troopers. Don't know why. This was before the animated show, which made the clone troopers a lot more interesting for a lot more people. I just really liked the clone troopers, I think because I played a lot of Battlefront 1 and 2 when I was a kid, the original ones on the PS2. So I used to collect those. And even now, when I'm playing XCOM 2, I've got mods which which can give all of your soldiers the appearance of clone troopers, because I really think they're cool. That's like the extent of my, like, this form of military fascination, as it were.
Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Okay. Oh.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Can I put on my gloves and try again, or do I actually need to have a skill point? If so, I may have screwed that up.
You see rows of
Yeah,
toy
I screwed that
soldiers
up.
guard big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye.
Ah, Pistoliers. Some of my favorite units in Total Warhammer 3, despite not being particularly good and extremely low tier, but I like fast-moving missile cavalry. And this is a tip that is going to be completely irrelevant to 99% of the people watching this. I suppose it will probably only be relevant to, I don't know, Frostbite and K-Bub or something, but if you play as the Golden Order, and you go to the Border Prince lands, and you take that province, like Akendorf and all that shit, there's like 2 settlements in that area which have pastures. You build both the pasture buildings, you build a stable so you can build Pistoliers, you get the Elector Count ship of Averland, and give it to whoever you want to have, like an army of Pistoliers. Why did you want to do that? I don't know, but I did, and it was fun. You can recruit rank 5 or rank 6 Pistoliers for 75 gold a pop. And also, those pastures will lower their upkeep so they become cheaper as well. Get the rest of the upgrades, like, get the research upgrades, and then get the command skill upgrades for your lords as well. And Pistoliers can fight. And they, you know, punch above their weight, and it's more bang for your buck than you might expect. And a fast-moving army is always powerful, but it is micro-intensive, so, used with caution, but I enjoy using them. Who are they? Back on topic.
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
I don't blame you, they're fucking sick.
A long, long time ago.
What about the blue uniforms?
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This looks like Rene, the old guy who was playing P-Tank.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Yeah, that was like the turn of the century key thing going into the 20th century, where everyone was like, you know what, wearing bright, pompous uniforms in battle with guns is actually a pretty bad idea. And by the time World War I and World War II rolled around, they kind of got the message. Which was a bit late, honestly. Are these royalist soldiers?
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like the bright colours indiscriminately.
I like a good bit of presentation. What about the guys in rags?
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers. Revolutionary soldiers.
I see.
I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
I think it's meant to give people hope. Even we can do it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is.
I suppose we could talk to him, but let's have a look at this first.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chipped, dented, They stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels.
Stand on tippy toes to see more.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved.
Well, I'll be.
This is you. Golden orange. A sunset suite.
I am a sunset suite.
Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Shopkeep, the Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welshie W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul.
Seoul.
Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
I think this might be the same voice actor as one of the voices who spoke to us when we were, you know, completely out of it. But that's just conjecture on my part. Could this come in handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Ideal.
Like a beach party. With sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
Kim, theoretically, right, we're speaking pure theoretics here. Could I bring it to a beach party?
Theoretically, yes. But we don't have time right now. It's generally murder investigation first, then beach party.
But it doesn't have to be a beach. With a boombox like that, I'll bring the party into the streets.
You can play it any way you like. And I guess since you're a police officer, no one can arrest you for it.
That's why I became a cop, so I could play loud music in the streets. Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
How can you not like music? Music is music. It's amazing. There's so much variety and brilliant sounds and feelings. I don't want the boombox, it's too expensive. I need to buy a room for the night.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
The man at the counter turns to you slowly.
What can I do for you?
Money.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
That sounds about right.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Sounds about right, once again.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
So you might be able to aid our investigation.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Do you know anything about the hanging?
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
To be fair, that's true. Reasonable, legit. You're a strong guy, I can tell, just looking at you, clearly real specimen of humankind. Do you think you can help me get a corpse out of a tree?
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. I don't have a truck with a mounted platform or anything of that sort myself.
Unfortunate.
Ask around the harbour. There might be some workers there who'd be willing to help.
That's all I've got.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
By the way, do you happen to have, like, a gun? And when I say a gun, specifically one that might be carried by officers of the Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
I pawned my gun.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
Oh, but I feel like there's something you're not telling me about how I came in here, probably drunk, and sold you my gun.
You weren't quite yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money.
Oh boy.
When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Oh god.
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
I'm very sorry you had to see me in that state.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Thank you, Roy. You're a cool guy. Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig,
Nah.
which was odd.
I bet.
I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Yeah.
Right, so let me get this right.
Yeah.
You sold your sidearm,
Yeah.
issued by the citizens' militia.
Yeah.
And now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Yeah, that's about the situation.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I don't like it. Maybe she'll commit a crime and blame it on us.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
He looks around, worried. Do you know where I can find the buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
You were just trying to get her out of the shop, really, weren't you?
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Well, at least I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about anything else.
Of course.
Experience, good. Is Roy high? And if yes, actually, hang on. I have other business to take care of. Hold up. Let's see if what we can
Hello
find
again.
out about Roy
How
boy.
can I help you?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Pyrrolidon? What's that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Yellow? Is it just me or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
He tilts his head.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
Interesting.
Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
So what's with the triangles on your vest?
I was with the emergency relief brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
He coughs as if to mark his words. The People's Pile disaster?
Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
I mean, I was wondering.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile? What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Oh, cool. So this place, alongside being horrifically poverty-stricken, racked with crime, under-patrolled by the local law enforcement, and caught in the dispute between a major company and a labor organization, it's also radioactive. Cool. Just tell me more about the Relief Brigade.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
He pointed to the white triangle on his orange safety jacket.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
Respectable.
There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile.
Good God.
So much disappointment and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
Damn.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
That is rough. That's genuinely rough. How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
I see.
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Probably far away enough, maybe. I don't know. That shit tends to go quite far. Well, thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Respectable.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
That's not why I asked. Anyway, there's stuff I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell my clothes. No, I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
So what can I sell? Well, this obviously can go. That's fine. I could sell the lieutenant's pen. I'm assuming I don't need postcards. How much money do I have now? It doesn't... Wish the game would tell me how much money I have. I don't want to sell the rifle. I'll hold on to the shift card because that might be useful. I have anything at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
I gotta go. Well, we got a level up, which means we could put another point into savoir-faire and try that jump again. And if we can get across there, we can get more than enough money, I reckon, to pay off Gut and be done with it. And just, you know, and be good. And we'll be good. And everything will be good. Alright. This has to work. If this doesn't work, I'm fucked. Because I don't know how long it's going to be until I can get another level up. So this has to work. If it doesn't work, I'm fucked. I cannot stress this enough. I've explored pretty much all of this area of Martinez. I need to get up here. I have to. It is excessively important. Savoir-faire. Level up. Done. Shoes. Off. Because they lower savoir-faire. Okay. Well. Let's give this a try.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Go for the cloak, jump over the ledge. Yes, fucking finally. Yes!
As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your senses.
Close your eyes, let your senses take in the world around you.
Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete pavement below.
Yes, it'll be a glorious rendezvous.
He's so on the money, Bratan! Just imagine yourself dual-wielding a bottle and a flaming cigarette whilst airborne!
Sounds real cool, guy, but this is all it needs to be. Continue the voyage through the salty air. Wha-bams. Superhero landing.
As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive. Alert, capable. Must be the adrenaline.
I am a hero.
I knew you could do it.
Yeah.
My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump, but at least we can explore the harbor now.
Which fully reinforces the fact that I didn't have to jump it. Why did I jump it? I could have just climbed down. It would have been so easy. Yeah, this was disco, but it cost me so much to get here.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the noise of the harbor rushes back in.
Oh, what? Oh, God, it makes no sense to me at all that I did all this. Fine. Ooh, RCM patrol cloak, esprit de corps and shivers. I think that's just a better version of my jacket, isn't it? It is. Bingo. You'll love to see it. Actually, that reminds me, because, our talk about the pissing competition seemed to be based off of me doing things whilst drunk and high that were indicative of my mental state, so we might have gotten more points.
Yes?
Why did the 41st send me?
You pick over what's left of your frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
Downer. Okay, well, nothing about that, I guess. Well, let's go in here. We've got plenty more to explore now. Plenty more. Radio is emitting buzzing sounds.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, "Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change."
Okay.
The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move.
Interfacing. I have something that can help with that. I hope it didn't just swallow my money and I don't... oh, well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I suppose we'll see. Let's see if muscle memory can help me out here.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Muscle memory, go! Oh.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Useful pans?
Undoubtedly, no.
Okay, I'll try again later.
Sure, why not? Muscle memory is a tricky thing.
Yeah.
Nothing tricky about that. You just do, fail, repeat, until it works. All it takes is motivation and practice.
That's the spirit. Damn right. Alright, what else we got here? There's a book. Or a postcard? Oh, a book. Okay, so I can pass time if I need to. There's this thing. Someone left the coffee machine on. The dark liquid in the pot looks almost sentient, so it's probably been there for a while. Standard office cabinet, the drawers seem to be locked.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Aha.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Yes, very unfortunate.
Let's see what's inside, he thinks.
Open it up.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let's have a browse.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara.
SA.
And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry.
Focus, man. Focus.
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really make sense of it. However, there is a little handwritten note stuck on the side of the drawer.
Let's have a look at the note.
It appears to be a to-do list written in large, uneven capital letters.
Good.
Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office floor, more banners.
More banners. It's like Terraria.
All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Look, Kim, a to-do note with a list of errands for Everett.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the Debarders Union. One of his aides must have left it. Nothing incriminating here.
Take another look.
Remember, Leo, all items on the list, the drawer slides.
Well, that might be relevant somewhere, somehow, at some time. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. That's a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. Every worker member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. Respectable. Postcard. I can sell that, and I probably will. I need more money. I'm almost there. I'm sure we'll find enough money to pay off our bills. Ooh, neat office shades. Visual calculus. I reckon we should try putting our next point into visual calculus, because I do like the visual calculus skill for applying my brain's hurting. For you know, so we can assess crime scenes and such, but I don't like losing drama, because I like lying. Lying is very fun. I enjoy lying. What's this? Ooh, magnesium. I desperately need that, actually. Very good. What about this door over here? This door is locked and cannot be opened from this side without a pass card. I mean, I have a work card, don't I? I have a shift card. I guess that's not enough. That guy probably wasn't important enough. Well, let's explore the harbor then, now that we're here. We do still need to do some of this. But in due time, in due time. Collecting rainwater. Very good. Ooh, lots of stuff over here. Hello. What's all this then? At least 3 packs worth of cigarette butts. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and Potent Pilsner.
Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Wait, how hard?
Well, they went through 6 bottles of Potent Pilsner, 3 bottles of Commodore Red, and almost 4 packs of cigarettes. It must have been pretty hard.
4 packs of cigarettes is pretty hard, yeah. Did I do this?
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
I must have been on an advanced scouting mission in the harbor.
Yes, this looks pretty advanced. But for now, let's just move on.
So advanced. I want to take these. Yes. Glass tear. Glass tear. Glass tear. So much money. I'm gonna be rich. What's this right here? What's this thing?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Oh, so he does have a job.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
I don't have a time for that. So this is where René works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Sure.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
Ooh.
Looks like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
Take the picture.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Yeah, she's dead. She's almost definitely dead.
René looks like he's about to smile. This photo must be tied to some good memories.
She's definitely dead.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
Have a seat, rest.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Breathe deep.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
Lovely. Get up. That was nice.
You stand and exit the booth.
Moving on. I had a nice sit down. This will help with the investigation. Wild pines, eh? Oh, stop. All around you, great machines in quiescence. In quiescence? Croissant? I think that said croissant. I'm pretty sure that's what that word was. White pines trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. Ooh, a button. What does this button do?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marche and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block.
Ooh la la.
Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
Marsh.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
I'm doing machinery. I'm doing it. Look, down it goes. Please don't break anything. Why do I feel like you're gonna break something? Don't break something. I can't afford to pay for it. Well, I dare say, that didn't cause a disaster.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Fantastic.
This crane was built with a purpose, which has now been fulfilled. To move this container.
What was inside the container?
Who can say? All you know is, it's special.
It must be special.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Absolutely. Alright?
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
We have done good. This went well. Hello, is that more stuff? I love more stuff. Money! I'm almost rich enough. I am almost rich enough. I almost have all the money in the world. In fact, if I sold my tear, I probably would have enough money. Falsend. Well, we need to make sure we get back to Gart before it gets too late.
Stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe? I can't tell. I think we should investigate, though.
You do? Because I don't.
Why?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
Maybe?
We're not here to interact with containers. We are here to get the body down from the tree.
Knock knock.
No reply.
Open sesame.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked.
Bullshit.
To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
I command you to open.
Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Because getting physical wasn't an option.
Because what wasn't an option?
The lieutenant looks startled, using my body over my wits.
Now is not the time to get philosophical, detective. You can do that after hours.
All hours are philosophical hours, Kim. You should know that. You've been around me for a day. You know how this works. Hello. The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Money! I love money. Oh. I can pay for a room. Speaker tower is silent. There is no work to organize in the yard below. A thing over there. I dare say. What's in the thing? The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. Smells like blood. Ugh. That's locked. Can we perchance do something about that? Open sesame. Yes. Bone Ultra Series gloves. I like gloves. Ultimate performance efficiency. Oh yeah. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. I should put my my ledger back on. It's the ledger. Empathy is very important, don't you know? Money? Money! Lots of money! Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. Don't burn your coffee. If you have black coffee, then just pour a little bit of cold water into the mug first, and then add the boiling water in, and it won't burn it. Forehead. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red. Hello, sir. Soon, oh soon, the green is gone and everything is red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
That doesn't rhyme.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
I don't think that sick is supposed to be there.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work, he doesn't notice you. Hi!
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister?
Well, if you're offering, I'd quite like a DVD player.
The look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen. Kind of makes you feel like an arsehole for no apparent reason.
Probably because I am.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
A shadow passes over his kind face. What is it with you people and scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Sure. You're Ubi, right?
Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then.
The new world?
People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No sir, those are just nasty rumours.
That may well be a reference to the rumours about the Welsh, of all things, and that in of itself is a rumour based off of something that, I'm trying to remember the exact details of this. They don't actually do that, or at least it's not actually a thing. But back in the day, I don't know what time specifically, what time frame, what year or whatever, but I believe Welsh people, well, Wales may have been a separate, like, entity to England at that time, but they would come over to English borders to steal sheep and stuff, or like bandits would, maybe Welsh bandits, don't know if it was just Welsh people or Welsh bandits or whatever. Some people from Wales would go and steal sheep and stuff, right? And the sentence for stealing farm animals was death. But you know what wasn't punished by death? Screwing them. So if they got caught trying to steal the animals, they would act like they were actually going there to bang them. And would get let off, basically. They'd still get punished, but it wouldn't be as bad. And from what I can tell, that's where that rumour came from. It's a common rumour, or it's a common joke, I guess, across most of the UK that the Welsh are sheep shaggers, but it's not actually true. Obviously, it's not actually true, but there is actual historical precedent and an explanation as to why that joke has perpetuated so much. History lessons. History's weird.
Thank you for clarifying that.
You're welcome, Kim. Oh, you're talking to him. Okay. What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
He waves at the containers towering behind him. Let me ask you something else.
Sure, mister. Bye-bye now.
I can increase my logic, and I will. With my flip-up glasses. Alright, let's do this.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I'm sure they did. I had some more questions for you if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Good.
Oh, I'm just making some covers
what
for
about
them
this?
containers here.
Shit.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
I mean, that worked out because it healed my morale, so that's good. Wow, red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
I see, so they're covering up the fact that they have these containers or that they nicked them or something. Where is everyone? The harbor's empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
God damn.
So no one is working?
No one.
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
That fucking guy. He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everett sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What trouble did they get into, perchance?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer to tell us about union business.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Right.
Don't go all bad cop on this simple, friendly fellow.
Really? Did they kill someone?
No, I don't think they killed anyone. Let's better talk about something else. Titus and his boys do good work. I don't want to get them in trouble over a little drinking.
The little guy shies away from you.
He probably doesn't know anything anyway. Who in their right mind would tell him?
That's a bit rude. Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
Nice to meet you, Leonard.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away.
Yeah, haha, corruption, nepotism.
Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
Miss Beaufort? Beaufort?
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
Before? The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
I want a candy bar.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am.
Yes, I am.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Hold on, who's Miss Beaufort?
Oh, Lizzie. She
Lizzie.
is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
Lizzie, you say? Lizzie Beaufort, that's her name.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure.
Probably.
For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes.
Okay.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Oh, that's rough.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
Law school? Could she be talking about the union fixer, aka the gardener?
The gardener. Okay, so is this the union fixer, the gardener?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a fixer is, but she is a real nice girl. Smart as a whip, too.
The little guy smiles a disarming smile at you. He's so disarming.
Telling the gardener you know her name might throw her off. Perhaps something to consider later.
We should go talk to her again. Are you the Leo who wrote the note to make more banners?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started.
The little guy chuckles merrily.
It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
He shakes his head with a wide smile. What do you mean by taking this soup to the men? Is it for striking?
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
So who makes it there?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Him and Manana, you say? I've met the cook. Something's not right about this borscht. I'm gonna look into it.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Yes, very important police business, Leo, yes. Don't worry, you'll be my chief witness. And all your friends will know that you ratted them out.
He didn't actually understand what you meant, and now he's just nodding along.
Perfect, the best kind of witness. What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Bullshit.
Told you.
No, I'm looking for the leader of the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then?
Yes.
He's an awfully nice fellow, he is.
Is he?
Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighbourhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where he is.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
He points to the 2 joint containers on your right. I'm off. I think we've got a meeting with Mr. Everett by perchance. Yes, we do. We should prepare. What's going to help with negotiations? Maybe logic? Fuck it. We're going in. Let's have a look. This certainly is a place. Very Fallout 1, to be honest. The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. There's the guy, I assume. I don't actually know. A taxidermy fish that tells time. Fascinating. What do you have to say for yourself? I'm a cop. We'll go like this. This will probably work. I don't know. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Shit talk.
Before you is a walrus of a man.
A walrus?
Seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
An actual walrus. I can't believe it. Nice jacket.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk. Mr. Dubois, huh?
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I'm sure your health does prevent you from getting it up.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
Uh-huh.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Uh-huh.
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
I'm gonna focus in on that and maybe avoid taking a seat. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
I don't want to.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
Yes. He nods. Multiple chins move like ocean waves.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Oh, can I just squat instead?
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
He turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan affiliation, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. This chair sucks.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Get me a better chair.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Tell your chair to pack it in.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
To be honest, I'm kind of chill with him now. I think he's alright. He's not a bartender, he's a cafeteria manager. You have to respect that.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
I would be really nice to have my expenses paid. It's only 25 real though. I'd have figured that'd have been more. You know, Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
He's a hustler.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
I mean, I've got to be honest, money is a desperate, constant concern, so I think I am going to take it. You have to be polite. You got to be polite. Thank you, Everett.
Don't mention it. But also, don't forget it.
Another wink.
I'm just kidding, of course.
Oh, I won't forget to not forget it, don't worry.
He's not.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun.
Oh, yeah.
Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
Uh-huh.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
Lost gun. I lost my gun. I pawned my gun.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only 2 words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
I'm not worried. I got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right.
I've got this despite my anxiety.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun.
Didn't I?
Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
I don't like any of what you just said.
It was loaded.
There
were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Oh, I left 2 barrels loaded. Don't panic.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Oh, God.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so
I don't
good.
feel so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
My morale is taking a battering today.
Mr. Dubois!
Hello.
Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
While Everard is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Good job, Kim.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
How would you get me a glass of water? Your health prevents you from getting up.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head.
Don't be dramatic. I can see your condition isn't terminal.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
I killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Yeah, I'm a cop. I just remembered.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Yeah, police questions. Don't move, even though you can't.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Dignity is overrated. Union is involved in local drug trade. What's up with that?
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
Fine.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
He's very upset, probably.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
Yes, we will continue to do our jobs. You know, like I have been doing. I'm a good detective.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
How can Kim not be your favorite? Look at him. He's magnificent.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Apparently my name's Harry. I've finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
I would appreciate the key to the city. Being the mayor might help to pay some of my bills.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor.
It does now.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Uh-huh.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age.
A man my age? I'm at my peak. This is... You may not like it, but this is the embodiment of physical perfection.
Yes, yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess.
Thank you.
Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive.
Thank you. It's more than you can do.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
That must be nice. So why are you calling me Dubois?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
Okay.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you?
I'm pretty amazing.
What are the odds of that?
I am quite incredible.
I think the odds of that are very low.
Very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
Well, my memory is a bit hazy. That's pretty obvious by now.
I assure you, there's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is...
He taps on the folder in front of him.
I have a big fat folder on you, Harry. I'm sure you have a lot of questions to ask. Maybe I can help you out.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you had some concerns you thought I might be able to address. And you were probably right. I can.
That would be helpful.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Lieutenant inspects Everett over his spectacles. That might be illegal.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Uh-huh. So what's my full name?
It's Harry. Harry Dubois.
Wait, I thought you were Harry Dubois.
No, I'm really not. You are Harry.
Okay, I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Man, he's really trying. Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy.
I love jam.
A long way from home, but that's okay.
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
Ah, not a very good folder then, is it? If that's all it tells him. Do you know anything about my family? Do I have wife, kids, or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Fucking no.
That's why I like you, Harry. A good man knows both his strengths and his weaknesses, and you, my friend. You are one of the all-time greats.
I mean, I don't like to brag, but it's not bragging if it's facts. What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
What? I'm not apologetic, I'm confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
Goddamn right. Don't you forget it. So where did you get the folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Did they?
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
We probably are.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
You know he's gonna say no.
I'm afraid this is meant for union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
I don't buy it. Let me have a look at the folder.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
Yeah, with finger guns and shouting.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
That sounds about right.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man, so is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
Your tone sure changed.
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
And that's our greatest weapon.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
I suppose. So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois?
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
I've suffered severe brain damage. Give me a fucking break. Did you help me get the dead body down from the tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Where all your borscht comes from.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Because your people killed him?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You're a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values.
He licks his fat lips and smiles.
But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
He picks up the handset of a radio phone to his right, then clicks a button.
Jean-Luc, my boy, I'm sending 2 police officers down. They have a dead body in a tree problem they need help with. Namely, they need it to be taken down.
Yes, please.
And, Jean, please take it easy with the race science. He's had enough of that.
He hangs up and turns back to you. I sure fucking have, Jesus.
You can find Jean-Luc down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you.
Yeah, I landed a real good punch on his stupid throat. Let's talk about my gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone.
Good.
Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
He winks at you.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Wait, could he really be holding my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
The gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Did you guys know that?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it.
Good.
Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
But I'm a professional and I'm a really good one.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
Well, I'm not going to be blackmailed.
Harry. I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood.
Fair.
Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
I need a hold of my gun.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
Yeah, we got a big lead.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Literally nothing I've done puts the RCM in a good light.
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
And I'm gonna win, stupid. Okay, well, let's talk about the actual crime then, hey.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help you like I'm helping you with the body and your lost gun.
Good, you should keep up the cooperative aptitude.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, It's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
Say nothing, let him keep talking.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
We should do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines, incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
No.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
That is almost explicitly shady.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
I doubt it somehow. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
And in fact, I do.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
Yeah.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
Why don't you just get your people to open it? You have 1 million people, surely they could just open the door. Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
What the fuck do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses back on. Yeah, well, I bet you don't even know anything about it.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Well, I tried to bait him into it and he didn't go for it. I'll at least accept the task. I don't necessarily have to do it. I'll look into it when you talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
He flicks his fingers.
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
He smiles, obviously satisfied with how well he planned it all out. Why don't you... It's obvious you want the cops to do it for you, and you want to show them that the cops are working for you, because otherwise you just send Manana to do it.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Fuck that, I'm going to investigate. I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all.
Shady brew!
You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
It'll be so shady.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Brilliant. Well, I met Joyce.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see.
Yeah, laying back in your
I
chair.
hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
That is 100% what the situation is. That's the entire situation is union versus corporation. That is the whole thing. Just pals.
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez here.
Are you?
Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I'm helping you get that nasty body down from the tree. And with finding your lost gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Well, joke's on you, Everett. I already accepted a bribe from her, so now you two are just on even standing. All you've done is manage to bring yourself up to her level.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. Suspiciously nice.
Very suspicious. Are you sure? I find it a little odd.
I'm just a nice guy, Harry. I wouldn't be where I am now if I wasn't nice. Politics is all about emotions, and I want you to have positive emotions when you think of me.
He slams his fist into his hand. Strangely. So what happens to Mr. Gamon?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
The big man sounds annoyed. You made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry, I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this?
But you did. Or it was your brother.
Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
You only think that because I'm sat in a chair that's shorter than yours. Also, it wouldn't matter if I was. I wouldn't be offended. Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting.
Bullshit.
Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
The man frowns disapprovingly.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Joyce didn't mention a casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Doubt. Hard doubt.
If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
So why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Uh-huh.
It's a fortress. He knows she can't get in here.
It is something of a fortress, except it isn't.
He doesn't want to see her. It's as simple as that.
Oh, fine.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
Yeah, well, I will.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
That's good, because I will tell her things.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everett doesn't mind.
Oh, good, I will. So what's in the container?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
But there's something special about it. It was on the fastened crane.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch.
Thank you.
Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
No.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, we want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
I don't like that statement. Not keen on that. Don't like being a red and white guy. It's a novelty check. Looks like it's meant to be handed over ceremoniously on a gala-like event. It supposedly exchanges for 25 real at your local Fritz store. Below the number, a careful hand has written the words... Constable's rent. All of it. No. Worthless in a pawn shop. When you say all of it, what does that mean for the nearby future, or what? Is Gart just gonna accept 25 real for, like, the nearby future of Ren? Surely that's just a night. Just one day. We should try and get back there as soon as possible, actually. We're running out of time. I think I need to pay for that before 9 o'clock, and it's currently 7:45. So we should get moving. We should get moving. Should definitely get moving. Yes, yes, time to get moving. What about you, Mr. Cargo Container?
You're back before the cargo container.
No. Composite eye of halogen lights watches over you, emitting a low buzz. Fascinating. Before anything else, before any other conversations, we don't know how long they'll take. We need to get back to the fucking rags and pay for our room. Very important. Very important. I will not be left on the street. Can't be doing with it. Also, we may as well talk to Liz while we're here. Hey, Gart, how's it going?
Can I help you?
About my bill.
Got the 20 real?
I have this giant novelty check.
You must be kidding, right? Yeah, good one, officer. Real funny.
No, I don't think you understand.
But this establishment only takes cash. Now, do you have that cash, Mr. Novelty Check Man?
But it's a novelty check.
Friet, near the gates. They'll exchange it.
The lieutenant sounds tired. Well, I can pay him now, just to make sure.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Thank you. Well, at the very least, I do make a profit off this check, and there's no time limit to go exchange it. So, Liz, if that even is your real name.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Buffon?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes. In the way she stands. In her face.
Uh-huh.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Push us some more. Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
Uh-huh.
You set the pace and the topic of these conversations here. Establish that.
Doet Sucre, death machine. He said Mr. Everett sent you to law school?
I represent the union and these men here. Don't make this personal.
Oh, but it is.
A very minor victory.
A victory nonetheless. Yeah, this is what you studied law for, you fool. I didn't get a lot out of that. Oh, we should talk to Borscht Boy, even though we don't speak the same language, so that might be tricky. Maybe I'll need to go speak to Manana about it.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Leo said you're friends with Manana, is it true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Good.
They're friends?
They're friends. What's in the borscht?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question.
I think he's asking if I want to try some? Yes.
Borscht need more vodka?
He picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the union.
Yeah.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself.
Nah, I'm good. I don't like vodka.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
No, no vodka. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Stay masculine. Can I open the door yet?
You see a heavy steel door. The door does
It does not budge. Interesting. Well, I got some more experience. Not long now until I can level up, actually. Let's go talk to Renee. I am aware that we can get Measurehead to go take the body down now, but I just wanted to do a couple other things first. In fact, I might do that next time because I imagine that's going to be a whole thing, and I don't want these videos to be too long. Straight up, because they've just been I love playing Disco Elysium. I really love playing this game. This game is fantastic, but editing these extremely long videos has been a fucking nightmare, and I just want to maybe make them a little bit shorter. It would just make my life a little easier. Renee, I'm sure you're going to be happy with me.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Uh-huh. I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Sure.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
I can understand that. He adds with a slight sigh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
Fair.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
What an idea.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
The outburst makes him clutch his chest. So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
He looks suddenly very old and tired.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Huh.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
He nods before hesitantly continuing.
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Decorative?
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Now, the question I really have here is like, yeah, is it because it looks bad on the neighborhood, or is he like, well, you know, small acts like this gain me more support? There's nothing wrong with tear collecting, it's my side thing too.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Very profitable.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
No.
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
Unlikely. I saw a picture in there. You're in it. You looked happy. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
His features stiffen and he gets a cold look.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Gaston speaks with a soft voice. Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Sure. Well, I'm not going to succeed at that, so thank you for your time. Do I have stuff that increases composure? Yes, actually, I do. Don't know if it'd be enough, though. Leave it for now. I want to put a point in visual calculus. Figure things out. Where is visual calculus? Up here. Yes. And now I'm going to go look at things. With my visual calculus glasses. Yes, very good. Like this, for instance.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
I'm gonna stare at it.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber.
Or a drunken car crash.
Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there.
They set off from there.
And then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Why that pang of guilt again?
Because it's me, obviously.
The hole in this fence doesn't look that huge.
Damn bartender!
He was exaggerating. People blame cops for everything that goes wrong in the world. This has nothing to do with you.
Oh, does it not? Okay, what happened next then?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building.
Right.
Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
A car drove through this fence.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
But not a very fence-friendly, city, as it turns out. Continue.
Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why.
A proper car crash in my past, perhaps? Is this connected to the case?
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
Yeah.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went. If you find the time.
Great, I smashed into this, ripped out of here, and then knocked over the fucking Samaran butter sign, didn't I? Let's go follow this to its inevitable conclusion. Whoops. Yep. Here it is. Oh, Salami Boy's gone.
Crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. 2 ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted.
What happened here?
Judging by the size of the impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Very good. Wait, I went this way? Went that way. Oh, is the motor carriage in there as well?
These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier, in front of the whirling rags.
Yeah, about that. Look at the crater.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
Too fast for being here. Roof of the shack?
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
I fucking launched it onto the roof of the building? Look at the sloping metal roof panel.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp.
Aha! Look at the broken posts.
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
So I crashed a car into the river? Look at the sign.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal.
Wait, I got it to the other side? The opposite. Whoa.
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
That's impressive. What was the model of this phantom vehicle?
There are 2 good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linéaire G22.
Why the Caprice 40?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
I see.
The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
Cops, huh? Why the linear?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump.
We've narrowed it down to 2 cars.
The Linéaire G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long.
I imagine. So what now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
Link.
The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Well, I'm not going to tell him about it. Let's tell him about it.
Any theories about what happened here?
Looks like someone was in a real hurry.
What kind of car do you think it was?
The Capri feels like the more obvious choice. Which might be what it is then. I mean, I think it was a Capri, honestly.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I have some ideas about who it might have been.
Oh.
It had to be someone really cool and courageous.
I suppose that narrows it down somewhat. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
We should bring them to justice.
If we must.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting him to get far with this. The lieutenant consoles himself.
You'll see, my visual calculus is going through the roof. I'm visually calculating everything. I am so calculable on visuals, you have no idea. The most, the greatest, the best. I need some brain medication. Let's go to Frit. Hey, it's me again.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this giant novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Draws up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the counter.
Anything else I can do for you?
No, you don't work for the union. The union works for you by supplying you with cash.
Damn right. I'm leaving. I should re-equip my Frit bag. And this, I suppose. It's useful to have. See how much money we got.
The tear machine stabs your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Damn right. Let's get some medicine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with
Okay, here.
Thank you. Doing well. Alright, well that's all I've got time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, we'll ask Measurehead very nicely, hopefully without another race theory lecture, to get the body down from the tree, and then, I don't know, maybe a field autopsy or something, or there'll be stuff involved with the body, I'm sure, and then, I don't know, we've got stuff set up for tomorrow, as it were, so there'll be plenty to do. Kim will go to bed at some point, so we can do stuff on our own, which will be helpful. Go talk to Joyce about the pail. Give Kuno cigarettes. It'll work out. It'll be good. These are good ideas. It's been quite a while since the last episode, so I'm glad to have come back to this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Beep, Adash, Sanjeev, Alkir, Honeydew Corporation, Sweet Baby Red, MB Alias, Lord Skullington, Jessicissy, Plutonium Pie, Dreamer Ghost, Leper Lullaby, K-Bub, Magic Owl, The Frostbite, Monsoon, Sir World, Jumping with Joy, Warmaster Oku, SCP-106A, Namad, and Kenny800 for supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, guys, and thank you all so much for watching. There was a little hiccup there with Everett, but we're doing good police work, and we jumped over a thing we didn't need to jump over because we could have just climbed down it, but it's fine, whatever. Paid our bills. We've got tomorrow night's set up as well. I could buy a boombox. Kinda want to be honest, but I'll hold off on that until we actually need one because I need to make sure I have enough money for a room for the night because I can't imagine that sleeping on a bench helps with anything, so I imagine it carries quite heavy penalties, at the very least health and morale damage, so yeah, I'm gonna make sure I have money for a room. But whatever we do next time, I hope I see you there. Doodles, goodbye.